leave him alone. And this. What the heck, man?
I just cut one thing.
Today, we're going to get some steel for a few projects we got coming up, including the bug. Boy, is that sketchy. Look at that. Whole thing's just wobbling. It's going to fall over. Why is the jack not on? For those that don't know, this is our main tow rig now. It's a 2006 Ram 2500. It's got 3500 springs and pretty much everything done to it. New engine, new tranny, new turbo, everything is just built. This thing is a workhorse. And it wouldn't be a true diesel build without 5,000 gauges. Yay! Well, barely made it. I wasn't paying attention to the time. And they closed at 11:45 and got here at 11:46. But because I had called ahead of time, it's not a problem. We're gonna get this steel loaded up and get back to the shop. All right, so we got the last 3 sticks of DOM they had. Wanted a few more, but they only had 3, so we'll take what we can get for now. That'll get us by. And then got a plate of 16 gauge. We're gonna use that for some skin stuff on the bug. Okay, so totally change the subject here. I've had a rental car for a few months now since my accident, and they called me yesterday and told me that I had to switch it out. And so I go to switch it out, and it gave me this Volvo S60. It's a very nice car actually, but it's got this just crazy feature. Well, I don't know, it's not that crazy. I think it's kind of cool, but check this out. So it uses the car's internal GPS and it puts the speed limit where you're at. So as you change areas, it automatically updates to the current speed limit, and if you go over it, it flashes. So that's kind of cool. So we are back at the shop, and we're gonna get to work on the bug tonight. Here's where we're at, just catching you up if you missed in the last video. The only thing we have left is the door bars from there to there, basically the bottom of the A-pillar up to the top. So we picked up steel for that today, as you saw. We're gonna get started on that, and I think we're gonna burn this whole thing in tonight. We're gonna go back through, measure everything, make sure it's square and everything is symmetrical the way it needs to be, angles are correct, just because we like to verify everything before we do the final burn. But we're gonna do that, and for the most part, this bug cage should be done today. Well, it's partially on. Now we get to figure this contraption out. I forgot that the bar is on top where he used to lift it from. So we've got to shimmy the bar out, and Joe can go inside and lift it.
Yay.
We'll get her figured out though. All right, we got the body back on now. See the cage here a little bit. See where we came through up there, it all tucks in underneath. And then the tubes there all tuck in. And of course all the back work inside. See a little of the cage through the window and then through the back. So now we're going to measure the door bars, and we got to check with our roof line here on the inside a little bit where we're going to come, but yeah, we're going to do that next. So one area that we're looking at, we're trying to debate what to do, is this thing. I don't know what to call this area. It's the dash area, and how to just make it flow. So we've got a couple different ideas and we're discussing right now, but I think what we've decided on is
basically just get rid of it.
Get rid of all that. And then make a panel off this tube that just goes over the whole thing. and ties it in, because the dash bar here is where the dash will be built off of primarily, and then the bug body can help too, but it'll probably be mainly off the cage. But I think we're just going to get rid of that whole section because it doesn't really serve a purpose at all.
Nope.
I mean, is that even really attached much over there?
Not really.
We just need to look at any structure, which it's not providing much structure.
Because if we're gonna, you have a plate on the back of each one of these shock towers.
So that's the front. That's the front side where this plate is attached. I'm just talking about.
Well, but once we run a bar
stuff
across here, it's gonna replace.
Oh, you do want to do? We talked about that in the last video.
Because that'll replace whatever strength. This
about bar to bar.
have.
It'll give it more strength, actually.
Yeah, it'll be more strength than it. I mean, you can see right now that there's a lot of flex to that.
That ain't nothing.
So it's really not doing anything.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah. So we're just gonna get rid of this whole thing here. The bug, not the bug side, the MR2 side, and then we'll make a panel that'll replace that, and we'll look at. We'll try and figure out a cool design for it. It may just be a flat panel, but we'll see. Yeah. So we've got our measurement on the inside of the car where the door bar is going to run, and so I am going to measure some tube out. And Joe's going to cut this up. All right, I don't care what Joe says. He left me alone, and I made a wrong tube the other day. I leave him alone, and this. What the heck, man?
I just cut one thing.
What did you do?
I cut one tag.
This is not what we planned to happen. How did that even get up there? I don't know what's going on. All we were doing was cutting this main hoop out here to modify it. Literally, we wanted to drop it down a little more so it was sitting a little better inside the body. And we pulled it out, and apparently the tacks we thought would hold it were not enough, and it collapsed. But it's okay. We had to square everything up anyways, and hey, those two are still in there.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
No, it's not. Your
Okay.
idea.
What? It's Team Olympus, not Team Daniel.
Yeah. It's only Team Olympus when things work.
No, it's only Team Daniel when things work right. It's Team Joe when they go wrong. We are clearly on Team Joe. It all literally, Joe went over to the grinder, and I wiggled a piece of tube, and the whole thing just fell apart it's like a Jenga puzzle, I guess. So we're gonna, like I said, the whole purpose we were doing this is we literally just wanted to cut a 1/4 inch off the bottom there, so that it fit better on the bug and it could sit a little lower. Because even though we notched it out, it was still touching the roof a little harder than what we wanted. So we're going to cut that, and I guess we're going to do a pretty gnarly time lapse of putting this whole cage together. That'll be cool.
Should be pretty easy because everything's cut.
Easy. Remember what happened last time you said it should be pretty easy? Mm-hmm. Your truck didn't start.
Yeah, that's because I let you touch it.
Team Joe. Well, this has been not going quite as planned tonight, but it's okay. We have been making some modifications. We wanted to lower the cage down in the back a little more to let the body sit a little better. And we've been kind of going through, squaring everything up, truing everything up, and just doing the last fitment, which is good. We found all the areas that we can make better. So now we're going to test fit the body. And as you've seen, we got the cage just about back together. I'm super happy with that. So now we're going to stick the body back on and make sure everything's lining up right. Because we did push it forward. So like, for example, these are going to have to be just a little shorter because now they don't fit like they used to because we brought it forward. It also hits the plates better down below, which is good. So Joe, why don't you lift that thing up here? Just grab it. As you can see, it follows the body line just a little bit better, a little tighter. It's now clearing and coming back out. We are now sitting a little lower. So Preston, again, he wanted to come up an inch, and I felt like we were closer to 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches. But now we're actually almost back down, so it's manageable, and he can dial the body in where he wants it to. The other thing is we modified the angle a little bit, so it's flowing a little better. As you can see, the angle there and the angle of the tube, we got those flowing a little better. Kind of see that there too. I like it. We squared up the whole back half section. We were square before, but now we wanted to get everything within 1/100 of a degree or 1/10 of a degree. Yeah, 1/10 of a degree. 100th is crazy. But we just wanted to get it fitting perfect. We got everything lower, and now we are going to, I don't know what we're doing next. I gotta ask Joe. We're probably gonna pull the body back off. I know this wasn't necessarily what we had planned for tonight, but it's all part of the process to making this thing perfect for Preston. Hey Joe, guess what you get to do next?
What do we get to do next?
Take the body off.
Yay!
Again.
I gotta go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Did some tweaking, and now that bar lines up great with the B-pillar. You can kind of see the angles. What?
Fire.
What are you talking about?
Smoke. It's warm.
Oh.
From the
I was like, what are you doing? So anyways, if you look at it from the front, you can see the way it curves matches the B-pillar now. We wanted to adjust that a little bit. See, B-pillar, A-pillar. So we're squaring it up. Looks a little better. It's all these little things that are going to make this thing look primo when we're done. And also, the way we did it adjusted the lines a little bit because we moved the rear forward a little bit, and so it kind of clocked it. I like it a little better. Get a little more of a side profile there. But yeah, next up, I know you guys have already seen me do it, so I won't waste too much time, but I'm going to redo these guys. And then lastly, I'm going to knock out the door bar. But, as Joe said, he's got to roll. So, bye, Joe.
Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Only a half fist bump because it's not done yet.
Itty bitty. Real one. Fist bump for you. And they will get theirs later. So, we'll see you later, Joe.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm all alone. There's no one here to guide me. I won't sing, I'm sorry. All right, so you know what? I'll knock out those door bars first. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. So the door bar runs from the shoulder area of the seats down to the A-pillar. I'm sorry, down there. So I'm gonna clean this up, toss the seat in. Well, that's interesting. Looking at this seat where I was gonna put it, the side bolster here actually, because it can't go in any further. The side bolster actually is really tight, so we'll have to go over it. So that would be the bottom of our tube. So we're gonna come all the way up here. I'll have to step over it a little bit, but it's a race car. You gotta kind of get used to it anyways. So we're gonna go with 55.5. Let's go cut some tube. Wow. Got the angle right on the first one. Yay. So this door bar, man, it's an interesting angle. To clear the seat, it's got to come up above that, but it kind of comes in. I got in here and my shoulder was rubbing up against this. That would be a little annoying. I'm not sure how far the seat's going to sit though. I would venture to say it's going to, I don't know, it might sit there. I need to play around with this a little bit because it's not very comfortable at the moment. The other thing I want to know, what that's Preston about, that's the straight shot line. I wonder if we can put a little bend in it to kick it out just a little bit around the seat. I've got to look up a few things on the rule, so I'm going to check into that and we'll go from there. Because it's a good fit though. I mean, nice good notch there, and got that one on the first try. So this guy, still got to redo that guy, but nice solid node there. Yeah, so I got to look that up. I made a few phone calls and talked to Preston and checked into a few things, and we can actually go below the seat bolster, shoulder bolster, whatever, I don't know, but we can go below it. The whole point is they want to tie the B pillar to the A pillar to keep it from crushing forward. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to lower this down to come below this here and kind of change the angle and tuck it up as tight as I can to that. And then I'm probably going to put a little bend in it to bring it out just a little, like maybe 15 degrees. Apparently it's okay to bend it. So that is what we're gonna do now. First things first, I'm gonna bend it actually, because once I bend it, it'll change the length of the tube a little bit, and I don't really wanna come up short on this. So I'm gonna bend this a little bit and then we'll shorten the tube. Okay, that is worlds better. I'm definitely liking the direction of where this is going now. It's sitting a little high, so I've got my notch, but I've got to notch for this inside tube here. So I got to take a little bit off that for this to be able to pop in place. And judging by the looks of it, you can see here it's about 1/4 inch, so we know we need 1/4 inch off that side. All right, the updated version. Happy with it. So I got in here, and now it clears your leg. You don't even really notice it's in there. Good fitment. Everything down here fits up good. Same thing up here. Nice and solid. And I drew a line here to give me basically the top of this bar. And I wanted my notch to line up with that. So now when this bar goes in place, you see it lines up with that notch. So we have a nice even node. Just looks right. So we have a good node with this tube here coming up, the B-pillar cross tube, and then now we have the door bar coming in. And like I said, you can kind of see here it tucks under the seat bolster. Why do I keep calling it a bolster? Whatever this thing is, shoulder brace. I don't know. I'm not a seat manufacturer. So yeah, tucks in there, comes down. We put one 10-degree bend at 24 inches in, and it gives enough for your knee there so you don't really notice it. And then it comes down to the bottom here. So that joins there. You can kind of see the side profile. And getting in and out, it's not too bad actually. I stepped in and it's not bad. So there you have it. We got one of the door bars in. We'll be duplicating this. We have all our measurements, so it should go relatively quick as we already know the angles, the bend, where to bend it at, and how it's gonna fit. So I unfortunately have to end the video here though. We'll pick this up tomorrow, so we'll have back-to-back videos for you. And hopefully, pending everything goes well, we'll be finishing up the bug this week. So the video after this one might be the finishing video for the cage. And then from there, we got some dash stuff we're going to be doing because we kind of cut out this one here, and we're going to be making some panels so that it helps a little bit for Preston. Anyways, if you liked the video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up below. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. We do a giveaway every 500 subscribers. Our next one will be at 3,500 subscribers. If we're past that when you see this video, awesome, we'll do a giveaway in the next one. Otherwise, keep sharing, keep telling everybody about the channel. We're definitely looking forward to growing, and we finally got things figured out for our builds this year, and it's exciting. Actually, a little hint, I'm taking a road trip to Southern California next week. So make sure that you get back and follow us on that because they're going to be cool. They're going to be sweet. So again, thank you for joining me on this video. As you saw earlier, Joe already took off. So he gave me a fist bump. So that only leaves me you. So a big old fist bump for you.